Alan Jones, everyone. That was amazing. Thank you. Alan's a fellow student of yours. I wish I could do that later. Anyways. Moi, je m'appelle Andrew Woodall. Je suis le directeur de la vie étudiante et je suis le premier acte. So, poor you. It only gets better. All right. Convocation is a shared and celebratory experience. And we are so, so pleased to see this room so full of all of you and of all of you. This is going to be amazing. So I'd ask everyone just to take a minute to remember why we're here today. We're here for you, amazing graduates. This is what unites us all right now. Right here, right now, today. And we take great, great pride in everything, in all the hope that you bring to the table today and going forward. It's your moment to feel like superheroes, and so while we can't and shouldn't forget there's all sorts of things going on in the world outside, just for the next 2.5, 3 hours, let's just be here together with this sense of joy, hope, and happiness. So we want to ensure that that the experience is all that it can be for you, and so it wouldn't be a university without rules. Don't do anything, nothing. First of all, cell phones. Put them on the loudest possible volume you can because we all want to hear them going off constantly. So once you've got the volume on high, feel free to use the non-sound functions, right? The hashtags and all that, the social media stuff, all the way through, because that's fun to watch when it's happening. Hashtag CUGrad and hashtag CUalum will be live and going crazy, so feel free to use those. So for you all, you have a really short time on stage. So pay attention, right? From the moment your name's mentioned, you're going to walk across this stage. It's like 20 seconds or something crazy. So, you know, use your 20 seconds, right? Enjoy every moment of it. Don't rush. Just like go slow. It's really something. You'll have your diploma in your hand, so you can like wave it and shout how happy you are. Cry if you want. It's like cats. So the other thing you have to remember is there's someone right behind you. So you're going to hear your name, you're going to get to the middle, and once you get to the middle, it's someone else, people going crazy for them. So, you know, you've got that 20, 15 seconds, but really it's 8. And when you get to the middle, the next person's going to be, you know, all proud and hearing what's going on for them. So, and so applaud like you all applaud like crazy, but let the other people applaud once they show up and their name's read. And you're going to see your name and your face and your degree and everything you've read in the last 300 years up on the stage. But this is your time to apply it for them, and then when they get to the middle, people will be applauding for the next person. So obviously civility and respect for others is how we celebrate, right? How we do everything. And so for the sake of each and every one of you who came to participate in this event, we can't tolerate behavior that's going to disrupt the whole thing, slow it down, you know, make a mockery of it. So please keep that in mind as you're going across, but that doesn't mean you've got to be like pumped full of joy and happiness, right? In that respect, if any of you have brought, and it's mostly you up there, if you've brought like your drums, your xylophones, your saxophones, your electric guitars, try not to use them during the ceremony. I'm sure you're great and all the lessons you've been taking have been perfect, but for now, let's just keep it to voices and happiness. And as you cross the stage, please don't make any public service announcements. We're going to be happy just to see your faces, right? And your huge smiles. And then finally, we ask that you all stay till the very end because it's a full ceremony with things that are happening right through to the end, out of respect, obviously, for your peers, but just for the full glory of the ceremony. And at the end, there's a photo, a class photo, which is new. So we're going to have someone that's going to come out and take a photo of you all here. And then, so here's what's going to happen. The platform party will come on down the side and sit down, and that's the deans and the president, chancellor, the fancy pants people. And then the dean's going to welcome you all once everyone's on stage. And then you'll hear from the chancellor and the president. There's an honorary doctorate being awarded, and that person will give his remarks. And then a valedictorian speech from one of you. I don't know who it is, but no doubt it's going to be a home run. Nervous. Okay. We're with you. We're with you. And then the graduates, you will be led out, and you're not leaving the place. You're coming around, and you'll walk across the stage here. Don't leave anything on your seats. I mean, it's pretty secure in here, but who knows if it'll be there when you get back. And you know that you've got like those 10-second things and stuff like that when you come across. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. This wouldn't be, a university without 3 pages to tell you. So you'll cross the stage, and remember to be civil and respectful, and then what else? So your name will be called. You'll walk across. And once you receive the diplomas, you come back down and sit in the front. And then before we wrap up, as I said, there's going to be a class photo, and then there'll be some parting words, and then we're going to all be out in the hall high-fiving each other, pumped, and you can tell everyone what you're going to do next, which is hopefully rest. Anyways, so it's time to get on. Enough for me. Let's start these festivities. Je suis super content d'être ici avec vous tous. Et j'ai hâte à vous voir passer à travers la scène et vous voir à l'extérieur après. And now there's a little video to watch. Over to you all.
When you're modest, you work hard. And sometimes you're the first in your family to go the distance, to realize your ambitions, to embrace the world. Yet you seldom take pride. You'd rather stay focused on the road ahead, to remain nimble, unique. You mix it up. You reach your goals. You give back.
This is my school, and I say engineering and computer science is for everyone, regardless of gender, ethnicity, or wealth.
And you pay it forward.
So every penny counts, even if it's 5 cents, it all adds up at the end of the day.
When I moved to Canada in 1972, it was very challenging. Concordia understood my situation. That is why I've always been loyal to Concordia.
To be first, you get your hands dirty.
Being part of this community means I feel at home. I feel like I can do anything.
I choose to support Concordia because it gave me the education that helped me succeed professionally.
You're determined to go beyond. Fueled by your passion, you experiment boldly. You harness your urban spirit to remain open and engaged.
Being trans to me means transcending.
Take pride in your journey and what sets you apart.
If you don't allow yourself to fail, you cannot experience success.
You are the new solution. You are graduating in a new era for Canada.
Félicitations.
Take pride in your accomplishments. Take pride in Concordia.
Please be seated. Bonjour, bonjour à tous et à toutes. Good morning, everyone. En tant que doyenne de la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences, j'aimerais prendre un moment pour reconnaître que l'Université Concordia est située en territoire autochtone, lequel n'a jamais été cédé. The Ganyahaga Nation is recognized as the custodians on the lands and of the waters on which we gather today. Tiohtià:ke, Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. For us, who belong mostly to settler society, reconciliation is not a simple path. It is a challenging one. We need to commit to educating ourselves on the impacts, both past and present, of our colonial history. This education is crucial in understanding the effects of colonialism on the Indigenous peoples of this country, now known as Canada. This is the process to which at Concordia and in the Faculty of Arts and Science we are committed. Distingués invités, chers collègues, family and friends, to our graduates, I am delighted that we are gathering today to celebrate you and your achievements. Cette journée est un moment marquant dans votre parcours de vie. Seeing you all here, accompanied by friends and family, fills us with great joy and pride. What you have achieved is no small feat. Over the past years, you worked hard, you committed to your studies, you learned to prioritize, to organize, to surpass yourselves. Vous êtes donc déjà porteur de succès. Maintenant, votre vrai défi sera de mettre vos compétences et vos talents en action. Participez activement aux réflexions qui donnent un sens à vos domaines d'études, proposez des solutions aux problèmes contemporains de nos sociétés. You are multi-talented people, knowledgeable, and capable of addressing, even embracing, difficult problems. You are agents of change. To meet the challenges of tomorrow, you will harness your creativity, your curiosity, individually and collectively. Alors ce matin, nous nous réunissons pour vous rendre hommage. À vos proches, merci pour l'appui que vous avez donné à nos étudiants. Thank you for helping them remain tenacious and to stubbornly pursue their goals, no matter how out of reach they may have seemed. C'est donc avec une grande fierté que j'offre mes félicitations à tous nos nouveaux gradués. Congratulations to all our graduates. As you prepare to take the next step in your journey, let me say that there could be no better role model than today's honorary doctorate recipient, Edward Rosenthal, who is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and a shining example of how out-of-this-world business success and environmentally minded innovation can go hand in hand. I know you will find inspiration in his story and that you will galvanize that inspiration into action. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Concordia's Chancellor, Jonathan Wiener.
Morning, everybody. Dear graduates, parents, friends, and distinguished guests, I stand before you with great joy as we celebrate Concordia's class of 2023. Il s'agit de ma 8e année en tant que chancelier de Concordia. One of the highlights of this role is getting new graduates with their well-earned diplomas every spring and fall. Over the course of our convocation ceremonies, I get to meet thousands of talented graduates from all walks of life and from all corners of the world. You cross this stage with looks of hope, excitement, pride, and maybe a little relief. In 1971, I became a proud graduate of Sir George Williams University, one of Concordia's 2 founding institutions. Yet the Concordia you graduate from today has evolved and progressed in remarkable ways since that time. From modernized and in not too distant future, decarbonized campuses in the West End of Montreal and downtown to a world-class research capacity and impressive reputation globally, Concordia has truly become Canada's next-generation university. Notre communauté étudiante est aussi beaucoup plus diversifiée. Today, Concordia is home to more than 11,000 students from outside of Canada. Representing 150 countries, these students and their families entrusted this institution and the City of Montreal with that most precious of things, their futures. That's a wonderful thing and a great privilege and responsibility that has helped Concordia reimagine the future of post-secondary education. As a result, the institution that has played such a formative role in your development has consistently been named the top-ranked university in Canada under 50 years old. A mark of distinction that we'll have to relinquish next year when we proudly celebrate Concordia's 50th anniversary. As we plan what the next 50 years will look like, we take pride in another mark of distinction, the role that women have played in leading the way on our campuses. Women led 3 of our 4 faculties, our School of Graduate Studies, our Office of Research, and our new School of Health. There's no chance for us men. Women are achieving important breakthroughs in our research labs and often outnumber men in our graduating classes. When I graduated from the Faculty of Management, there was 1 woman in my class, and that lasted 3 years. Now take a moment to look around you and acknowledge how far all of you have come. À côté de demain, vous tracerez votre propre voie. Some of you will pursue graduate studies. Some of you will travel the world. Others will embark on what I hope are fulfilling careers, whether here in Montreal, somewhere else in Quebec, Canada, or abroad. Il y a beaucoup de force et de beauté dans une telle diversité. Your alma mater shares its motto with the City of Montreal, Concordia Salus. In Latin, this means well-being through harmony. In music, harmony means combining different notes to evoke a sound sweeter than its parts. Ce n'est pas possible que quand les notes sont à la fois distinctes et unies. Graduates, as you prepare to write your next chapter, I want to share a proverb that has stood the test of time and holds particular significance today. If you want to go fast, go it alone. But if you want to go far, go together. In a world that often celebrates individualism, it is easy to fall into the trap of believing that going it alone is the path to true achievement. But I implore you to consider the deeper meaning of this proverb. It emphasizes the profound importance of collaboration and community. Tirez parti de ce réseau, profitez des énormes ressources et de la communauté qui existe à Concordia. The journey ahead will be filled with challenges, opportunities, and certainly uncertainties. It will be a journey where success is measured by an ability to harness the strengths of a diverse team and to unite in pursuit of a better tomorrow. As you make your way in the world, I encourage you to nurture meaningful relationships and build bridges. Cherish and maintain these connections. Be the leaders who bring people together, who inspire teamwork and cooperation. Remember, it's not about the speed at which you reach your destination, but the lives you impact along the way. If you want to go far, go together, dear graduates. Be the generation that values unity, understanding, and empathy as you strive for greatness. With your education, determination, and commitment to working together, I know that you will not only go far, but will reach new heights of achievement and contribute to a brighter future for all. I wish you heartfelt congratulations, good fortune, and good health. I also want to sincerely thank our faculty and staff who work tirelessly to provide the best possible education and services to our students and the broader community. Please join me now in welcoming Concordia's President and Vice Chancellor, Graham Carr, who continues to guide our university with exceptional courage, integrity, and vision. Graham, over to you.
Merci, Monsieur le Chancelier. Bonjour. La cérémonie de collation des grades est l'occasion de célébrer les réalisations et les réussites à l'enseigne de l'espoir en l'avenir. Aujourd'hui auront lieu 3 cérémonies de remise des diplômes où nous rendrons hommage à plus de 2000 personnes diplômées en arts et sciences, en génie et informatique, ainsi qu'en affaires. Each of you has a story. Whether you come from Quebec, across Canada, or a First Nation, many of you arrived at Concordia from elsewhere in the world. Some are the first in your family to get a university degree. Others are part of a long line of Concordia graduates. You speak different languages and come from different cultures. Your social backgrounds are varied, and so are your economic means. You arrived at university through a myriad of routes, and inevitably, you encountered a spectrum of challenges along the way. All of you measure success and failure according to your own standards, and yet, we all share a Concordia identity. And central to that is our diversity, is your diversity. It's one of our greatest assets and Concordia's finest gifts to Montreal and Quebec. Actuellement, 180 000 personnes diplômées de l'Université Concordia travaillent au Québec. Ensemble, ces personnes génèrent dans la province 925 millions de dollars chaque année en productivité accrue. Mais leur impact s'immergera également à la lumière des postes de leadership qu'elles occupent et par leur contribution dans des domaines essentiels, les arts, la culture et le cinéma, le secteur bancaire, les technologies vertes et l'aérospatiale, le service public, les organismes sans but lucratif et les ONG. On compte également 75 000 personnes diplômées de Concordia ouvrant ailleurs au Canada et dans le monde. L'apport de Concordia rend sans conteste le monde meilleur. And right now, the world can use as much help as it can get. At every point in modern history, humanity has been plagued by suffering, wars, disease, hate, and inequality. And sadly, we all know that this is also the case today. However, what distinguishes the present from the past is that the task of making a positive impact in today's world is complicated by 2 factors. Le premier est que les bouleversements sont désormais interconnectés et mondiaux. Des guerres qui font rage à des milliers de kilomètres entraînent des conflits au sein même de nos communautés. Les changements climatiques se font sentir dans tous les coins de la planète et notre situation financière personnelle, de même de celle des pays dans lesquels nous vivons, sont façonnées par les tendances de l'économie mondiale. The second factor is that in a digital world where both information and disinformation circulate at warp speed, there's often little space for reflection. Everything has an urgency, and it seems like we're always in reaction mode. So what's the role of a university in all of this? Universities are incubators of research, creativity, discovery, and knowledge. And they're also one of the few places left in civil society where ideas should be freely and respectfully debated and tested. Part of the pursuit of knowledge is about making mistakes, getting things wrong, but also having the humility to admit error. It's also about accepting that it's a very rare moment indeed when everyone agrees with you, and there's probably a reason for that. Malheureusement, ces leçons n'ont pas été apprises par tous. Les blessures, l'incompréhension et l'irrespect abondent dans le monde parce que les gens ne s'écoutent pas, se dénigrent ou refusent carrément de se parler. Durant ces heures sombres, l'impact de l'innovation et de la créativité n'en est que plus éclatant. We take inspiration from the resilience of cultures to survive and the determination of individuals and communities who take on the big issues of their time. We take inspiration, in other words, from people who improve the lives of those around them. And I hope one of the questions that guides you is how you can contribute to taking on those big issues to improve Montreal, to improve Quebec, Canada, and the world. In a university, our tendency is to privilege intellect and ideas, but the world needs empathy and compassion too. Whatever you choose to do next, and wherever you choose to do it, I hope Concordia's values of diversity and inclusiveness drive your ambition to make great change. Dans quelques instants, comme le doyen a déjà dit, vous rencontrerez une personne diplômée de Concordia dont le parcours de vie et les contributions en génie agricole ne manqueront pas d'inspirer toute notre communauté. And if you need one final piece of inspiration, this past spring, one of our valedictorians was Bogdan Litvinenko, a graduating student in journalism. While last Thursday, Bogdan was one of 2 Quebec students chosen for a Rhodes Scholarship at Oxford for 2024. It's the accomplishments of you, our students, that help mold our reputation locally and globally. Toutes nos félicitations, Bogdan, mais surtout, félicitations à vous tous. Good luck, go Stingers, take care of each other, and do great things.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you Edward Rosenthal to recognize his ethical, future-focused innovations in agriculture. You might say that Mr. Rosenthal took his natural talent and education to out-of-this-world heights, quite literally. Mr. Rosenthal's high SAT scores earned him a full scholarship to Sir George Williams University, one of Concordia's 2 founding institutions. While working on his BA honours in English literature at Sir George, he took an introductory course in polymer chemistry that changed his career path. After graduating, he combined his new chemical knowledge with what he had learned from his father, a farmer, to found Florican Environmentally Sustainable Agriculture in 1982 with his wife, Betty. The company soon grew out of their garage in Sarasota, Florida, into a thriving agricultural firm, thanks to Rosenthal's invention, Controlled Release Fertilizer, or CRF. This game-changing technology allows growers to time precisely when nutrients will be released onto plants, regardless of external conditions such as cold, heat, or even a lack of gravity. CRF requires few applications which saves both time and the environment while optimizing plant health. Rosenthal's groundbreaking innovation not only won him the Most Innovative New Product Award from America's National Society of Professional Engineers, but caught the attention of NASA. In 2013, Florican CRF became the exclusive fertilizer used to grow vegetables on the International Space Station. In 2017, NASA inducted Rosenthal into the Space Technology Hall of Fame, saying his invention had saved NASA years of research. Over the company's 40-year history, it has earned more than a dozen major awards for ethical business practice, product innovation, job creation, and environmental leadership. And since 2019, the Rosenthal Roots Family Foundation has provided generous support for numerous arts, academic, and environmental organizations. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Board of Governors and Senate, it is my privilege and honor to present to you Edward Rosenthal so that you may confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Congratulations, Dr. Rosenthal. We look forward to hearing your illuminating remarks. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, honored platform guests, Faculty of Arts and Science, class of 2023, family and friends. Je suis très honoré d'être ici parmi vous aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup. Thank you to my alma mater for this honorary doctorate bestowed on me today. I share this honor with my family because all of our accomplishments were only achieved with my family's love and support. It has been a thrill to revisit this university where I studied all those years ago when I was a student, and I met with current faculty, students, and staff. What a thrill it's been. Congratulations. What a marvelous institution, university this is. So this visit reminded me a reflection point which occurred during my years at Concordia. Now, in the Old Testament, acts of compassionate kindness, acts of random kindness that improve the welfare of others without asking for anything in return, it's called tikkun olam, tikkun olam. And my journey has been guided by such generous acts, and I'm very grateful. As a young boy, I was raised in La Chute, Quebec, and I witnessed my father struggle to make mortgage payments. It was always a challenge, and the family had no money. So Sir George Williams University had awarded me a full scholarship. It was just as my parents were about to lose their home. So I met with Mervyn Butovsky, the late Assistant Dean of the Faculty of Arts and a much admired professor of English literature. I loved taking his classes, actually. When I told Professor Butovsky about my family's dilemma and predicament, he arranged for me to have my entire scholarship amount given to me as a loan, and for me to pay it back in tuition. That allowed me to go and pay off my parents' mortgage and save their home. That's called tikkun olam. Professor Butovsky also encouraged me and supported a research paper that I had written on the Hebraic and biblical elements in Herman Melville's Moby Dick. And I'm very grateful to him for that. That paper ended up being published by the Melville Society and is used even until today in academic institutions in teaching Melville. I wrote that paper here at Sir George at Concordia. I'm so grateful to Professor Butovsky for his acts of tikkun olam. After graduation, I worked for 10 years in the Canadian horticultural industry. And there I observed a problem. I observed the very inefficient, widespread use of overhead fertilizer in liquid form, and it went everywhere. It went into the groundwater. It just didn't go where it was aimed to go. And I noticed that overhead spray applications in greenhouses needed to be corrected. So with a knowledge of some polymer chemistry learned at Sir George, we began evaluating polymer coatings for the controlled release of fertilizer that would create environmentally sustainable agriculture. From there, we decided to move to Florida to start our own company. And it was a big risk. My wife Betty and myself and 2 young children, aged 4 and 6, moving to Florida, it was a big risk. We started our company called Floracan from the garage of our home. And for 3 years, I delivered 50-pound bags of fertilizer from the trunk of my car to the farmers. But we persevered, and our family business became successful. At Floracan, we invented an award-winning technology, a national award-winning technology, which was an encapsulation of fertilizer nutrients that changed our industry into a more environmentally sustainable agriculture. And this technology drew the scientific interest of NASA, who wanted to grow vegetables in the space station. And after many years of rigorous research conducted by NASA, I'm proud to say that NASA has grown over 12 crops of leafy green vegetables on the International Space Station, exclusively using our Floracan controlled release fertilizer. And I am personally very proud that over the past decade to have collaborated with the NASA Kennedy Space Center plant biology team, the space plant biology team. I designed the Floracan fertilizer blending ratios, the release types, the rates, and the application methodology for each and every crop, and we have successfully grown them all in space. In this way, sustainable food production can support long-range space flights, such as the 2030 mission to Mars. Our technology has since been honored with many awards, but most notably, I just might be the only Sir George Concordia graduate who is inducted by the Space Foundation into the Space Technology Hall of Fame. I might be the only one. Yes. Space Technology Hall of Fame induction. Well, a BA degree from this university sure can take you places, I'll tell you that. So that is that story. So dear graduates, I have a message for you based on my personal career experiences. First, be kind and generous with others, but especially with yourself. Give yourself some slack. You're allowed to make a mistake. Just persevere and keep moving forward. Never give up, no matter how challenging and difficult your situation. Write it in a journal and turn the page and tell yourself, I persevered. Never give up. That's very important. But ask for help when you do need it. My decision decades ago to ask for help as a student at this institution changed the course of my life. So always be ready to ask for help. Most importantly, seek out trusted collaborators and partners in your professional and personal lives. create another journal. You have one that never give up, perseverance. The other one, call it gratitude. And a gratitude journal you want to open and what happened to you today? And what are you most grateful for? And who are you most grateful to? Write that. And write it and keep that journal for the whole year. And then at New Year's, review your year. The gratitude journal will help you through difficult challenges. I highly recommend you do that. In my case, our achievements and the result of what we accomplished are the result of my wife and partner, Betty, who was at my side from the beginning in starting Florican, and all our achievements would not have been possible without her contribution and support. Thank you, Betty. And to my son, Eric, thank you, Eric, for your 20 years as the president and CEO of Florican, and for building us a state-of-the-art manufacturing plant for fertilizer encapsulation. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Well, thank you all for your support and for the Tikkun Olam, the kind actions of family and friends, and that's how I became who I am today. And so to this university, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Concordia. Thank you for this honorary doctorate. Merci beaucoup et mazel tov à tous. Thank you.
Dr. Rosenthal, thank you for what was truly an illuminating speech. Thank you for your Tikkun Olam that you continue to do in your business and society, and the gift that you give us today by being here and addressing our convocation. So thank you. The Governor General's Silver Medal is awarded on behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honorable Mary Simon, the Governor General of Canada, to the highest ranking undergraduate student graduating from Concordia University. I am pleased to present to you the winner of the Governor General's Silver Medal, Jun Lee. I would now like to call upon Gabrielle Mandy, this year's valedictorian, to give the valedictory address.
Chancellor Wiener, President and Vice Chancellor Carr, Dr. Rosenthal, distinguished guests, family and friends, fellow students. I am so pleased to be here today to address you on behalf of the class of 2023. Je promets de ne pas prendre trop de temps ici, but before I attempt to impart some sort of wisdom on you here today, I'd like to thank everyone who's had a hand in my success. Many of you are here, and I'm forever grateful. Particularly, I want to thank my mother, who has always enabled me to focus on my studies and has listened to my endless banter about my research. She's practically a chemist herself now. And to Professor Capobianco, who took an enthusiastic girl and turned her into an enthusiastic scientist. His constant patience and grace have taught me the importance of what it takes to be a good researcher, but also the importance of a mentor who's always in your corner. Comme il dit toujours, ne soyez pas le légume commun du jardin. It's a phrase that's stuck with me and I will never forget. As Chancellor Wiener said, Concordia is named for the Latin Concordia Salu, meaning well-being through harmony. Now, I'm not sure the naming committee realized how hard it is to maintain harmony while studying, but Concordia has been my home for 2 degrees now, and it's meant everything for my well-being. So at least they got that part of the name right for sure. When I first arrived to Concordia in 2012, all I really knew was that my late father graduated from here in 1983. And so coming here was a way to connect with him on a deeper level. But he probably wouldn't recognize the Concordia of today. It has come so far and grown so much, and we've contributed to that and should be really proud. Much like I am the first PhD graduate in my family, I'm sure many of you are first-time graduates as well. And in a world where social media can make it seem like graduation is somewhat insignificant, it's even more important to celebrate these milestones. Many of us were in the middle of the pandemic or in the middle of our degrees when the pandemic hit. And perhaps one of the most important things we learned is the power of the mute button. But seriously, we demonstrated an incredible ability not only to adapt, but to thrive under very challenging circumstances. And that is a feature which will no doubt serve us well in the future. Our education at Concordia has given us far more lessons than what can be learned in a classroom or on a work term. I learned it's essential to surround yourself with people who challenge you to be your best, and that success should always be coupled with humility. Today, I want you to not only celebrate yourselves, but celebrate everyone who's had a hand in getting you to convocation today. From the barista who made your coffee every morning, to the security guard who unlocked the door and you forgot your keys. I speak from experience. Their contributions to your success matter, and it's their celebration too. Remember to practice gratitude often and find joy in the small things. Concordia has prepared us to be leaders in our respective fields. It has also prepared us to set an example for what the future should look like. And that future starts with us as Concordians leading through harmony, as our alma mater has done for us. I'm so honored to share this memory with you here today, and so proud to be part of this Concordia family. Félicitations et bonne chance.
Gabrielle, thank you for your inspiring remarks to the class of 2023. While our graduates prepare to cross the stage, I invite you to enjoy the music of the Concordia Jazz Trio.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy from the following programs: Biology, Chemistry, Economics, Education, Geography, Urban and Environmental Studies, History, Humanities, Individualized Programs, Mathematics, Political Science, Psychology, and Social and Cultural Analysis. Hashem Al-Musa. Javier Eduardo Ibarra Isasi. Gabrielle Mandel. Binyan Pu. Anne Laurie. Monica Lego Rodriguez. Ginath Yu Isa. Hugo Rueda. Saba Fatima Haider. Nikki Lambros. Sylvain Lavoie. Madeline Longman. Jessica Willow Grace Barudin. David Ayotte. Terry Daniel Eastlick. Ramin Ebalzadeh. Chun Ho Lao. Oliver Russell. Mark Kwachi Frimpong. Anna Elizabeth Bauman. Sarah Hines. Anne-Julien Rochelot. Sasha McNeil. Vasilios Palikaras. Bianca Panarello. Laura Pisani. Momoka Watanabe. Oren Weiner. Catherine Dunbar. Afshan Golriz Fard. Christopher Millett. Brett Richardson. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Arts and the Master of Science from the following programs: Human Systems Intervention, Biology, Chemistry, Media Studies, Economics, Applied Linguistics, Child Studies, Educational Studies, Educational Technology, English, English Literature, and Traductologie. Owen Campbell. Oluwatumilola Daramola. Sureya Chidam Erdogan. Jennifer Jessica Mancini. Valentino Pietrantonio. Christina Elise Desjardins. Brandon Jonke. Dana Martin. Maria Teresa Orozco Hidalgo. Christina Santilli. Erta Zikaj. Aisha Sarah Hamilton. Kaylin Krager. Samantha Prelaz. Linyi Wai. Sikyu Jung. Hana Daw. Samuel Garland. Nicholas Gertler. Kristen Payne. Lucas Thau. Amar Abdullah Al-Hamadi. Robinson Ifeakachukwu Ibonu. Latifa El-Bassam. Emma Gunther. Nicolaos Cantos. Diana Olivia Pedroza Villegas. Razia Shahedi Alibad. Nantambu Sullivan. Elizabeth Familiar da Silva. Patrick Habel. Audrey Lamontagne. Amel Mahouche. Alexandra Mapura. Ali Karem Arabolu. Charlotte Jelina Gagné. And Sia Morakabati. Sabrina Muzakio. Mariam Ahmadi. Elise Devaux. Erica Grace Williamson. Alexandra Maria Almonte. Ana Victoria Balderas de la Rosa. Stephen Bernucci. Michael Clark. Alejandra Flores Valls. Ana Giraldo. Allison Gotsatis. Sarah Jamil. Maria Cecilia Jimenez Fernandez. Patrick Ladouceur. Stéphanie Lévesque. Vishali Narayanan. Céline Reyes. Marie-Michelle Romeril. Melissa Simard. Ali Sorabi. Danielle Van Patter. Taline Badassarian. Malaya Urgina. Hannah Josepha Karpinski. Sophia Gagnon Sturchula. Alice Lemercier. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master in Environment from the following program: Environmental Assessment. Teresa Como. Emily Hoppy. Siobhan Ray Knowles. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Arts and the Master of Science from the following programs: Geography, Urban and Environmental Studies, History, Individualized Programs, Digital Innovation in Journalism Studies, Mathematics and Statistics, and Physics. Justine Bonchek. Emily Dixon. Marco Gava. Caroline Lesage. Gabriel Ellison Scowcroft. Gabrielle Iaconetti. Grace Elaine McMorris. Melanie Bébé Robert. Harvey Batal. Trisha Dangerwala. Arnima Gower. Rafael Alberto Ruiz Gonzalez. Jesus Armando de Ita Solis. Emmanuel Ronda. Stephanie Tanesha Saputra. Jeremy Schlitt. Mohammed Hossein Sahabi. Jije Shu. Ariel Eden Dascal. Martina Mai.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Arts and the Master of Science from the following programs: Political Science, Public Policy and Public Administration, Psychology, Religions and Cultures, Judaic Studies, Social and Cultural Anthropology, Sociology, and Theological Studies. Logan Bates. Matthew Cherasuolo. Natasha Elgawi. Tristan Gallo. Jiayu Lin. Paula Santana Ochoa Briggs. Miles O'Donnell. Nicole Proano. Victoria Lane. Kiai Lee. Kian Salehi. Katrina Kardash. Louise Laverty. Sarah Barami. John Neufeld. Caitlin Campo. Jada Joseph. Louis Joseph Gagnon. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the graduate diploma from the following programs: Biotechnology and Genomics, Clinical Psychology, Communication Studies, Community Economic Development, and Youth Work. Anushka. Simran. Naisa Walsh. Oliver Jonkis. Lakshman Kanodia. Beatrice Ledoux. Emma Joyce Long. Jack McKenzie. Andrea Marcy. Caroline Marion. Maria Lavina Alonso. Kim Beaupré. Angie Brezan. Yusra Ghazi. Anais Lehen. Motunrayo Ayowumi Oyeyemi. Princess Simmons. Matthew Bork. Valentin Jose Garriga. Charlotte Le Seigneur. Chloe Mendelson. Naomi Ofori. Carl Olivier Urbina Riambin. Chloe Ricciardi. Andra Tutti. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the graduate certificate from the following program: Teaching of Higher and Continuing Education. Michael B. Neto. Vesna Pankowska. Please enjoy this short video highlighting student life at Concordia before we continue with the calling of graduates. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science from the following departments: Applied Human Sciences, Biology, Chemistry and Biochemistry, Classics, Modern Languages and Linguistics, Communication Studies, Economics, Education, and English. Rukshar Ahmed. Sapir Alon, with distinction. Danielle Arthur. Damian Buckley. Jason Abanub Darus. Deborah Espiritu. Sheva Glasgow Wilfred. Mercedes Gouveia, with distinction. Elige Halabi. Eliana Haralalambidis. Tara Jamali. Lai Shuen Liu, with distinction. Ashley Mirasiedi. Juliette Rabbitskin, with distinction. Rayanna Ross Sutton. Mia Sassi. Ashley Smith, with distinction. Ty Edward James Wallace. Annalise Zwijgstra, with great distinction. Basmala Abdadayam, with distinction. Jessica Beauvoir. Brandon Belware, with distinction. Sephora Beaugray. Ashley Kimberly Cosset. Elsa Cusino, with distinction. Jenna Dominicano, with distinction. Michael Jimenez. Manal Harshan. Jenny Kanagasundram. Eldana Kanibek with distinction. Alexia Cusis with distinction. Megan Kozerzuk. Oriane Dominique K. Ngbocho with distinction. Noreen Efua Kwanzaa with distinction. Quentin Rice. Nicole Paredes Vegas with distinction. Lydia Ramdani. Avital Snigerovia. Christina Wilson. Han King Zhao. Maria Luisa Carbon Pasailo. Celia Amanda Malurni. Sophia Phillips with great distinction. Dana Porco. Naisha Rodriguez. Ninel Sigal with great distinction. Carolina Sosa. Shan Zhong. Mohammed Al-Mustafa. Simon Bérard. Kaylee Bork with distinction. Maria Hajar. Ava Kine with distinction. Maria Valentina Mendoza Sotelo with distinction. Tatiana Rivera. Kira Saad with distinction. Sarah Fadima Sultan. Daniela Jacqueline Toro. Matthew Venditti. Jason Chan. Noor Cole. Christopher Dedeyan. Ashley De Guzman. Marley Down. Thomas Ferrerino da Silva. Mailis Hurar. Vanessa Licore. Shersha Jamali Niazi. Iam Nizomidin. Luis Ricardo Paredes Osorio. Etienne Picot Amiot. Isaac Rosenthal. Rohan Virasamy. Li Yang Yang. Noor Gamaroi. Sarika Matani. Rosita Melanson Harper. Mira Patel. Sofia Dopia. Rocio Gomez de la Serna. Alon Azimov. Katie Cook with distinction. Laurence Gaudreau. Erica Angela Guaracio. Jason Ryan Gustillo with distinction. Julia Lee. Sharan Mahmoud. Eva Skorzewska. Jennifer Shrey with distinction. Jessica Starnino with distinction.
20 years!
Alida Toms. Alessia Shakia Williams. Harrison Yu.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science from the following departments: Études françaises, Geography, Planning and Environment, Health, Kinesiology and Applied Physiology, History, Journalism, Liberal Arts College, Mathematics and Statistics, Philosophy, and Physics. Liam Bosinakis Clark. Sarah Bonader, with distinction. Jeanne Chabot, with distinction. Jianying Liu. Xiaoyangji Zhu. Olivier Baudouin, with distinction. Émilie Girard, with distinction. Francis Grenier, with distinction. Tema Hamwi Fustok. Julien Johansson. Daisy Juma. Fatima Azara Lugdi. Mitchell Marquardt, with distinction. Christopher Myron Packham. Angelica Nakla. Irene Salin. Justin Shaw. Oluwatobi Sosanya. Jana Tava Chalabi. Tamara Thibault. Thomas Saint-Hilaire with distinction. Colin Boudreau. Sarah Habib with distinction. Daphné Laperle with distinction. Gabriel Malka with distinction. Maria Mateva. Megan Rivette. Taushia Siddiq with distinction. Juwa D'Angelo. Patrick Desjardins with distinction. Alexandra Hecht. Aaliyah Sedgwick with distinction. Jorge Gomez Estey. Joël Jalbert with distinction. Guillaume Laberge. Sheena McMillan. Lorenza Mezzapelli. Sofia Lambroulias. Christopher Nixon. David Cumming. Brendan James Thompson with great distinction. Jahid Saïd Marchand Arar. Jorge Ignacio Rodriguez Velez with distinction. Rocco Chinchi with distinction. Zura Zura. Marc-Antoine Belzile. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science from the following departments: Political Science, Psychology, Religions and Cultures, Interdisciplinary Studies, School of Community and Public Affairs, Simone de Beauvoir Institute, Sociology and Anthropology, and Theological Studies. Farha Ahmed. Anne-Marie Alvarado Diaz. Giovanni Antonio Ayala Morales. Nasiba Bakrinidinova. Athena Banis with distinction. Malaika Bisset. Ella Broderick. Jérôme Kojolum Lopez. Rhyme El Bekri. Nazanin El Slami with distinction. Mariam Fahmy. Isaac Finkelstein with distinction. Philip Godber. William Haddad. Layana Jundi. Monica Klazina Kanapan. Sanjay Kumar. Yi Wen Lin. Kavisha Lingaratnam. Mila Lopez Luchak with distinction. Matthew Lucy. Sidra Mughal. Dimitrios Pentefuntas. Tia Rizk. Abdul Sheikh. Jenna Underhill with distinction. Matthew Valliere. Melissa Armbruster Lord with distinction. Karel Chevrier. Daniela Disla Cruz with distinction. Mehmet Bora Kozlukaya. Reese Hudson. Laurie Lambert with great distinction. June Lee with great distinction. Amanda Orchard. Marion Terry Ariel Ravestir. Kellyanne Richer Desiel with distinction. Allison Olympe Roig. Léa Ruel with great distinction. Aya Serhan. Yubedar Tadesse. Annabella Urbani. Zoe Adler with great distinction. Jake Gilmer Grenier with distinction. Mika Kaija with distinction. Nilab Mohammed Hashim. Yasamin Movaisegi with great distinction. Laurence Pinsonneau Landry with distinction. Sareka Raja. Saba Sarani. Ashley Advena Lapia. Luke Wilkinson with distinction. Scott Adams. Grace Kie Bafour. Alham Mahmoud with distinction. Salome Moon Clouette Mackay. Sion Mariam Sisaye with distinction. Cypress Campbell with distinction. Daphne Cardinal. Cassandra Carnaval. Chris Fardeau, with great distinction. Michael Frewat. Caitlin Haynes. Rami Kiefer. Ali Latif. Mattia Anthony Lucchesi. Lisa Meret. Eva Muquet-Vaillant. Vanessa Murphy. Changjong Oh. Judith Raffray, with distinction. And Rosetta Saminatar. Thomas Sentry. India Veilleux. Benjamin Verbotvetsky. Charlotte Framboise Billette-Bruyère. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the undergraduate certificate in the following departments: Applied Human Sciences and Interdisciplinary Studies. Cindy Angel. Nicholas Bavaro. Melissa Lombardi.
Okay. I would like to call upon the Provost and Vice President Academic Ann Whitelaw for the conferring of the degrees.
Would all graduates please stand? Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements of these degrees.
By the powers granted in the University Charter, I admit each of you to the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Folks, lots more opportunity here, so everyone remain standing. Folks, it's been a great long ceremony and a bit of a long one at that. Now we have something new planned to close out convocation this year, a group photo of all of you that we're going to take from the stage. May I ask you all to please rise and smile for the camera. Are we done? Thank you and remain standing. Avant de vous lancer dans un avenir radieux, je peux vous demander de prendre un moment pour rendre hommage aux personnes qui vous ont accompagné jusqu'à ce moment. Behind each of you stands a network of supporters, classmates, faculty, staff, and loved ones. Now, please face your audience and give those who helped you a big round of applause. Please be seated. This is always the highlight of the ceremony. After the ceremony, I invite all of you, our graduates and guests, to join us in the lobby for a vin d'honneur and to preserve this memorable event with some additional photos as well. Désormais, nous devons tous investir dans notre prochaine génération, tout comme les générations précédentes ont investi en nous. I encourage you to give back, whether financially or through the gift of your knowledge, most importantly, your time. You may find yourself in the position to help a Concordian secure an internship that catalyzes yet another impactful career. Concordia is a great university with the promise of an even better future. On this day, there is no better measure of our success and no better measure of our potential than all of you. So as you embark on your epic new journey, I say one last phrase. May the force be with you.